Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a divine feminine reading tonight and just see what's going on. What's happening in your head, your heart, your life. Bottom of the deck here is prosperity is actually beginning. This is the beginning of the Ace of Pentacles. You're planting a seed and it's going to grow. All right, this is just the start of what's going to come for you. You don't have to worry about where the heck is your results right now as much as what did you plant? Because it is coming to fruition. It's going to take some time, some hope and belief, but the universe agrees to whatever it is you want to create, and the creation has begun. All right. How are you guys doing today? You hanging in there? It's been a rough week. It's been a rough time. Having your own emotional and mental days. Happy days, good days. Just a lot. Maybe you're a little bit overwhelmed and just looking for some slowdown tonight. Some slowdown, some peace, some answers, some insight. Let's take a deeper look. Bottom of the deck over here is the Three of Cups. Wow, you guys, you have some good things coming up. Like, seriously. And I don't know if you feel like that or not, but let me tell you what's really in the cards is there is some good news coming up for you. You're going to have something to celebrate. You're going to be joyful, family gatherings, good times, perhaps birthdays, perhaps anniversaries. Just maybe the general happiness of life. I feel like there's a rebirth. You're going to have something good pop up in life for you. Maybe you've been waiting for some good news. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to show up that you love so much. That's the right person to help you begin again. Maybe that's your higher self. Maybe it's your sister, your best friend, your children, a group of like-minded individuals, whatever it is. You have a reason to celebrate. Let's see what's going on mentally here. Mentally, we have, look at all these threes, oh my gosh, partnerships and alliances. This is a strong Gemini energy. Mentally, you have a lot of ideas about helping other people, or people have a lot of ideas about helping you. But let me tell you, that support you've been needing, looking for, manifesting, you're going to get it. It's either already here or it's about to arrive, but there's nothing in that card about being alone. Okay? Nothing about suffering either. There's no suffering in a part of that. We have the Four of Pentacles. You are actually able to help out others because you have a sound mind. You've got a good head on your shoulders. You're smart. You're smart when it comes to money. You're smart when it comes to home and stability. You're resourceful. You may not be super abundant right now, but you're working on it. You have a lot of strategies and ideas, and you know you can't do it alone, but you're out there and you're reaching for networks, friendships, communications. You're just out there communicating and getting all these ideas and working together in partnerships, different kinds of partnerships. And it's going to pay off, and that's why you're going to get some financial money gain. There is more money coming your way. You're manifesting it. Hang on to those thoughts, ideas, and those friendships. Hang on to it. No, you haven't missed anything, Ariana. Definitely not. It's ironic. I was kind of gone many days as well. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at your emotions. God, you're strong. Your heart is so guarded. You're a lion or a lioness, you know, you're just like, oh, I got to hold back my emotions. I have to be strong. I need to get control of my feelings, get control of them, get a grip, make sense of everything. You are the rock, you know? You're very grounded. You're coming in like, I need to be grounded. I am grounded. 5 of Wands. There's a Leo. You have the heart of a lion. And the 5 of Wands is a lot of arguments, struggles, battles, discord, frustration for sure. You know, it's just, your heart is a heart of many battles. And you're trying to calm your heart. But at the same time, honey, you know that you're standing up for yourself. You're standing up for what's right, what's good, what's just. You're doing all you can do. You're giving it your complete all. You're committed to whatever cause you're after, you know, and you're just very steadfast with it. And I don't think anybody wants to mess with you. Not today, not tomorrow, honey, because you are ready to fight for what's right. You're not afraid. You're not fearful. There's no sense of fear in these readings at all. We have a fearless warrior that is righteous and just, strong, and has complete control over your own mind, your own body, your own thoughts. And you're just like, I'm willing to fight for me, like me, self, and what's right. Let's see what's coming up here. More 5. Okay, so we've got challenges, obstacles, and challenges. This is the 5 of Pentacles. This is financial struggle. That's kind of what you're going through right now, but you are stable. You have lots of ideas. Friends are coming to help. People, strangers, kind people, neighbors, co-workers, new people. There's just people coming in to partnership with you, to alliance with you, and offer you that assistance because you are going through this challenging time. Justice is here. So this means that the law is on your side. Justice, fairness is on your side. You are right, and you are in the seat of righteousness, okay? There might be somebody that's trying to attack you and make you look wrong, put you in a bad position, blame you, mistreat you, whatever, in some type of way. They're in the wrong, not you. And the universe just wants you to know, we back you up 100%. This other person that thinks they can put something on you is sadly mistaken. We have devotion coming up in your environment. You need to stay devoted to what it is you feel is right. If you step back from what you believe in to kind of cower to somebody else, bend down to somebody else, you know, that's the wrong thing to do. This is stay devoted, Keep believing, keep knowing you're fighting for what's right. You are going to be at a crossroads pretty soon, making decisions about compromising your belief system and compromising your faith, compromising what's right. No, no, no. You need to stick to what's just, okay? Because you are in the seat of righteousness. You don't have to bend down and go along with somebody else. You have a lot of feelings right now coming towards your divine masculine as well. Your masculine is full of pride and ego and has really attacked your self-worth. But can I just tell you that your masculine has a lot of regrets, but so do you, for even messing with this masculine. This masculine has put you through probably a living hell with the Five of Wands. You've been back and forth, in and out. You've been pushed around. You've been mistreated. You've been betrayed, okay? They've backstabbed you. This masculine has thought long and hard and deep about what they've done to you. They know they've done a good number on you, all right? And your feelings right now is like, I'm worth more than this. I cannot believe I put up in any sense with this person and their shenanigans, their nonsense, their disrespect, okay? You're looking back and thinking, what was I thinking? What was I feeling? What was I doing? Why was I putting myself through this energy? And mentally, this is you just getting a grip of yourself, making sense of the madness. And you're just like, no, I can't believe Five of Wands, Strength card. I ever, as strong as I am, and tolerated you and your misbehavior. The answer is yes here in your mental state. Yes to what? Yes to grief. Okay, you've been in the dark night of the soul. You are Five of Pentacles and here. You are absolutely suffering, but through your pain, sorrow, suffering, heartache, and the darkness that people have put you through, you're going to have a new beginning. But can I just say this, and you need to probably own up to this yourself. You know, deep down, people treat you the way you have given them permission to treat you. It's just the sad fact of our lives that our lovers, our children, our family members, our friends, they all treat us the way we give them permission and the way we show them we ought to be treated. That is one of the most difficult, mature lessons people go down this path to learn, is like, oh my gosh, I'm not a victim. I'm not walking around in, like a little child, just following people aimlessly, just like a true victim. No, the truth is, you know what's right and wrong, the Justice card, okay? You know what was right, but you allowed some wrong. You know what they should have done, but you allowed them to not do that. You know what whoever should have said whatever to you, it could have been your mom, your lover, whoever. You know what they should have said to you, what they should have done for you, but you accepted something else. And you did it because you have the heart of a lion. And no one has a bigger heart than a Leo. God, Leo just wants to please everyone, honestly. It's not some big fighter. It's me and only me, I'm on a throne mentality. The energy of Leo is, I fight for you. I'm here to bat for you. I'm here to give for you. I'm here to earn for you. One of my favorite sayings for the Leos is when Mufasa shows Simba the kingdom, and he goes, look, Simba, everything the light touches is my kingdom. And now it's our kingdom. I'm going to share it with you. And that's everything Mufasa fought for, protected, and served. All Mufasa's life's work is now given to Simba out of love and loyalty and blood. And there's a lot of love and loyalty and blood in your reading. You may feel loyal to a fault to your divine masculine through blood or just promises, contracts, whatever, if you will. You may feel loyalty to your family or friends through soul contracts or blood or however you want to see it. But you have this big, huge sense of loyalty. And that's why you're that good. You're that giving. You're just like, yeah. It's not that they earned it, Steph. It's not that they earned a seat at my table. It's that I love and respect them because they are mine. They are my people. Or they are my person. My love. Or this is my best friend for so many years. And I owe them that. And there's this big sense of a debt, if you will. Yeah, but the Five of Pentacles, I do. I think even the Four of Pentacles, there's some sense of debt. I owe my mother this, or I owe my father this, or I owe my divine masculine this. I owe my brother, my sister, my best friend. I owe them this. And there's this big sense of duty. I'm just doing my duty here, But what is this new beginning? What is this? Literally planting seeds in a fresh new start. Look at that. Some of you guys may literally be planting seeds in soil right now. You may have just planted some young plants or flowers or vegetables in the ground. You may have just done that. And what you're learning is, dang, they require a lot of water. A lot of water, more water than you thought, and more dedication. You can't just disappear all day. They have to be watered in the morning, and they have to be watered in the evening, and it's super hot, and they might need to be watered in the afternoon. And you're like, what? I'm like tied to these young plants. But that's what they need. They need care, and they need water. They need care, and if you don't, they're not going to grow and be fruitful, strong, healthy. You know that. So you're just like, here I am growing this empire, growing this family, growing it. And you're just like, I'm growing it. And boy, does it require a lot of love and attention. Along with all that, the feminine can become overwhelmed. And like there is a lack of time with the Five of Pentacles. We don't have enough time in the day. Even the Four of Pentacles talks about a lack of time. Like, there's not enough. I have to hang on to what I've got. I've got to utilize all the hours of the day. And the sad part about your reading with the Five Wands is the disrespect. Why, after all you do for these people or this person, they don't respect you? After all you do, all your blood, sweat, tears, hours, physical energy, you literally drain yourself to the bone to give everything you can possibly give to this new beginning, this fresh start. It's draining. And so a lot of you feel this illness, this sickness, this Five of Pentacles, where you're like, I don't know what I'm going through, Steph, but I feel like I need to withdraw. My energy is depleted. I don't have as much time, energy, or resources that I used to because I'm so put in to this new beginning. Like I just don't have it. And when it comes to this masculine, there's a whole nother side piece, right? It's a relationship, private relationship. They give you a run for your money because they're stuck in their pride and their ego. How rude. What does this person want to tell you? This divine masculine. I'm glad it resonates, Raquel. Thank you. I've never been so turned on in all my life like I am with you. Okay. So they're super attracted to you. I dream about you almost every night. I think about you every day. You know, they want sexual energy from you. At the same time, they're afraid to open up to you. I'm afraid to open up. I know it will be the end of my ability to keep these walls up. I'm just protecting my heart. It really isn't you, it's me. Okay, so they want intimacy with no emotion, no promises, no spiritual connection. Obviously, that's not going to go well with you. And that's a lot of the fight. They want the sexual energy, they just don't want the relationship. So we have someone who's in denial about their intimacy issues and their own personal fears about being used and abused. And you're just like, isn't this lovely? Isn't this a wonderful walk in the park? I just enjoy dealing with a masculine that pulls away and doesn't have any emotional energy to give. That must just feel lovely. What a wonderful time you're having. Something in your life is lacking with them, and you know it. It's obviously the emotional connection, the spiritual connection, which is lacking. It's probably a numerous amount of things, but it probably also is you withholding sexual and physical, gifts, if you will. And you even have a sense of, you know what? I've been abandoned, Steph. I've been freaking abandoned by people I would never abandon. Your circumstances have left you feeling less than whole. But take heart. This card shows you it's not time to throw the chips in. It's not time to go. It is time to fight for you. Some self-care is called for, and you're going to have to look out for yourself first. This is that wonderful, we're all in the airplane, and if we start going down, don't put the air mask on your neighbor or your child, which is terrible. Put the mask on yourself and then start helping others. That's advice they give people in the plane, not because they're heartless and they're selfish, but because they know the only way they can get any help in that plane at all if something bad was to happen is if they have smart people available who are wise enough to put the air on themselves so they can assist others. The advice they're giving is to the smart people, not to the panicked people, not to the children who don't know what to do, although they're hoping, But they're really striving to give that advice to people that are smart, that can say, yes, I get what you're saying. I will manage my own mask and air before I start assisting, helping other people get their masks on. They want the smart ones to take care of themselves first. That is intelligent. It is smart. It is wise. It is the right thing to do. It doesn't seem like the emotionally right thing to do, but it is the right thing to do. It's not the altruistic, unselfish, sacrificial thing to do, but it is the wise and survival of the fittest. But it's also survival of making sure that those that are able to help others are the ones that are taken care of because they bring the most help. So as you're watching this, what kind of a person do you think you are? What category do you fall in? The sacrificial lamb that you're busy putting masks on your neighbors before yourself? Is that you? Are you grabbing the mask and sticking it on everyone? And I'm not talking about there's not enough masks. If there wasn't enough masks, sacrifice your own mask for your child or your mother or whatever. I'm not talking about if there isn't enough. I'm talking about if there's enough masks. Are you the one that is not thinking of yourself and first thinking of others? And do you have any guilt, shame attached to the notion that you should be grabbing the mask for yourself? if you are probably like 99% of us who are empathic watching this video, you're part of the group of the first, which is, I really want to help others. I'm a healer. I'm a spiritual person. I'm a lover. I'm a giver. I'm a nurturer. You're probably like everyone else on here. I want to give my mask away and I feel guilty looking towards myself. That is the sad case with so many spiritual workers, healers, mothers, feminines. And this video is directed towards feminines. So of course, you are probably part of the 99% of everyone watching that automatically thinks of others. And that is a beautiful trait. It's a beautiful heart, and it's a beautiful soul. And I am not here to put you down. But the cards are saying there are times you need to look out for yourself. There are times that because you're a healer, because you're a helper, because you're a leader, because you're a spiritual worker, because of those reasons that you have to choose you first. Because without you, many, many more people will suffer. So a loss of you could result in a loss of many. So think about right now what you're fighting for as a feminine. Are you fighting for your house? Are you fighting for your business? Are you fighting for your health? Are you fighting for your children to have courage, confidence, and security? What are you fighting for? Or, whatever it is. Without you taking care of you, and I mean sticking up for you, standing up for yourself, speaking up for what you feel is right, without that, they're all going to lose. The children, your brother or sister, your mom or your dad or your grandparent, your neighbors, your friend, your masculine, whoever it is that you're meant to be looking out after. If you're not going to look out for you, they're all going to fall apart. And think about when Mufasa went to save Simba in The Lion King. And, he went straight for his son. It was beautiful what he did. He sacrificed himself for his son. And maybe he was the only one to do it. And it's just a movie. It's just a Disney movie. But look at everyone else who suffered. The whole kingdom, his wife, his pride, all the other cubs, the kingdom, the animals that lived in the kingdom, everybody for decades, suffered. I'm not trying to rewrite the story, guys. What I'm trying to say is you matter. You may think you're not important and you're just worth the sacrifice, but you matter. You make a dent in society. You make an impression on your family. Your soul, your karma, your voice, your drive has something to do with other people's fate and destiny. Anyways, the point is, you better stick up for yourself. If you have to stand against someone you love, you better do it. 5 of Wands. You might have to get into some arguments, a lot of disagreements, fights, toe-to-toe, head-to-head, face-to-face with people. You might have to sit there and face someone you don't want to face to fight for what's right with justice. You might have to speak up for yourself and say, hey, don't talk to me like that. Don't disrespect me like that. Don't belittle me like that. I may not be all that in your eyes, but you haven't walked in my shoes. You don't know what I've been through and what I've overcome or what I'm capable of. You are not God. You are not my creator. And you do not have any power over me. And someone may say, well, I do have power over you. I have legal power over you, or I have a piece of paper over your head, or I have somebody else on my side that could totally come against you. I have authority over you, or I'm older than you, or I have seniority over you. God did not intend for regular human beings to be that authoritative over others. We have lived in this society where we have just passed the baton of authority to others over our lives. I don't think that's how it was intended, but nonetheless, that's what we've done. And now we are not the writers of our own stories all the time. We don't always rattle the chain of our captor, of our master. And in this reading for the Divine Feminine, it says, rattle the chain. Rattle the chain, roar like a lion, speak up, use your voice. You may inspire many other people to use their voice. Okay? And so there's this lion inside of you that's just waiting to come out and roar and just say, hey, I deserve respect. I'm glorious and I'm strong and I'm worthy. And you may not see that in me, but I know it in myself. And much like when Simba looked in the water and Rafiki was like, look who you are. And he was like, I'm just Simba. He's like, no, you are a king. You are Mufasa's son. And so this is a reminder that you are the daughter or the son of a very powerful creator. You are made in an image. You were created with a powerful voice that holds the power of creation, manifestation. All right? And we have to remember that. Do you know the government just passed something? And you could Google it. If you don't believe me, Google it. The government has now admitted that manifestation and creating our reality is a real thing. It's a real scientific, proven piece of evidence and measurable by science and accepted by science. And for the government to come out publicly and say, yeah, they're not a bunch of woo-woos. They're not a bunch of cuckoo-cachoos in the cuckoo's nest. These are real things. Your brain, your pineal gland has the power to manifest physical reality. We are living in a matrix. For the government to admit that quietly, but nonetheless, admit it and Google it yourself. It's saying something that to the people that are cynics, the people that are disbelievers, the people that make snide remarks against people that believe in the power of manifestation. They're eating crow pie right now. They must be. They must be humiliated or hiding under a little rock right now of embarrassment because it has been proven that that is true and that is real. So to the people that don't believe in the power of thought, creation and manifestation and visualization, feng shui, vastu, qi, affirmations, they should be embarrassed because it has been proven. Not that we didn't already know this. We've higher ascended since then. Many of us are on a higher ascension level. But how embarrassing for those that were the cynics, that were the doubters, that said this is just a belief. It's just ridiculous. There's no evidence. There is evidence. And it's measurable and it's proven by science. So the fact that you are living in a created reality is a fact that you are the creator of your created reality. That not everyone in your story has free will. That your subconscious is the story writer. And your subconscious can be programmed by TV, by TikToks, by political parties, by friends. Yeah, your subconscious is programmed. What are you feeding your subconscious? And what things do you tell yourself? What are you telling yourself? I am powerful. I'm a good person. Or I'm not enough. I'm not capable. This isn't working out. I'm scared. This is probably fill in the blank, So there's a huge message here that's like, don't do that. Don't program your subconscious to create a matrix like that. Don't do that. I don't care if this is a matrix. I don't need to have a validation of reality or a matrix. I don't care. This is evidence of living. This is evidence of experience as a soul. This is, whether it's created by you or not, you're still having pizza. You're still having relationships. You're still having a life. Whether it's created or not, it's still a feeling. It's still, how do you say, an experience. So please make the most of it. Don't take a pill and then go, oh, okay, well, since this is not real, I'm just going to give up, and I'm shocked and I'm dismayed and I don't want to have any part of this life if it's so fake. No, that's ridiculous. You're still here, even if you don't like the veil coming down and you've seen the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain. There's no need to sit there and throw your chips in and go, well, that's the end of it. None of this is real. Why should I bother trying anymore? No, keep trying. This is still your experience, and you're still a creator, and you still get to make this life awesome, and you still get to experience good things or bad things, but it's your choice. And at least you have the power now to be like, you know what? The villain in my story is written and scripted by my subconscious. That person is not going to be the villain in my story anymore. That narcissistic person, that toxic energy, not going to be that person. Okay? They're going to be my helper, my teacher. They're going to be my dream giver, my stepping stone. They're not a problem. That person that hurt me, abused me, hurt me, used me, whatever, they were a teacher as well. And thanks for that. Moving on. It's using them and not letting them make your story. And as it comes to your divine masculine, who is a soul intertwined with yours, you both have a story to write. And they're not going to have the final say. It's your story, your experience, and they're going to be what you want them to be. You just have to remember that you are powerful enough to make that be so. You have to say, I am powerful enough to make sure my DM does not have the power of free will in my story. I'm powerful enough to say how my business will flourish. I'm powerful enough to say what kind of a life I will live. I have that power. I'm taking my power back. I'm not going to compromise and lower myself to the stories that other people are trying to write in my matrix. It's not, that's giving away authority. And just to revisit that, when did we start just writing over the authority over our lives? We just sign it off. Here you go. You're the government, you're the police, you're the last say it all, be it all, you're the IRS. You get to take everything, whatever you want. Just take it. Let me hand it over. Let me abide by your rules. I live here. I'm lucky to live here. Even though you were born here, and this is your birthright. It's your birthright. Your birthright on this planet. Who really owns this property? They didn't create it. They didn't create the earth under your feet, the trees that surround you and create your homes. They didn't create that, but they own it because you said they own it. When are we going to stop creating this reality where we say they own it and they're in control? We need to be very careful with our words and stop falling into fear and saying, oh, the bank owns my house, the government owns my children. I have no power over my life. Those are very powerful words. And even though they may be reality for some people, to use those words is to wave your magic wand and create that reality. Are you going to be powerful enough to stop those words and create your own reality, which is going to be abundant? Because these are the little seeds. And they need to be watered and they need to grow. They're not going to grow by themselves. You're not going to be catered to, coddled, or carried like a baby through life. The universe is not going to go, you're just so cute. You're so different than everyone else. You're so special. You're so unique. We're going to just protect you over here. And we're going to take you out of this matrix and just give you glorious riches and peace and prosperity and no problems, because you're really you're very special. Come on. Don't expect to be coddled. You're the savior. You're the writer of the story. You're the one that's going to come in and swoop you off your own feet and create your reality. You will not be carried away and saved from your karma. Don't sit there and think that all your tears and all your suffering and all your prayers are going to lead to some glory at the end of the rainbow, some light at the end of the tunnel, where if you've cried enough and shed enough tears, that angel's going to come through and save you and stop all the suffering because you've just cried so much. You've really gone through it. How many people do you know around you that have really gone through it? How many people do we see on this channel in the comments that are homeless, starved, raped, delusional, irrational, lost, broken, abandoned, rejected, forgotten, pushed away, broke, financially in severe struggle, going through massive court issues, divorces, and even loss of life, murders or senseless deaths, grief. It happens every day, guys. We've heard many stories where many people, even on this channel, are suffering immensely tonight, last week, last month, last year, tomorrow, next week, next year. It is a suffering. And there is no special amount of tears that's going to stop it. There's no special day on the calendar where their little guardian angel's going to come and whisk them away from their pain. It just doesn't happen, guys. It doesn't happen because they are their own saviors. They get to decide what hurts and what doesn't, what keeps them stuck and what doesn't. They get to decide what lessons they've learned and what made them and what breaks them. They get to decide where they're going to go next. And they get to decide on putting the air mask on their face before they help others, or not putting the mask on at all and just withering away with everyone else because they couldn't take care of themselves. They decide. You decide. And I'm asking you with this power card, do you decide to put the mask on your own face as this plane goes down, this plane of reality? Now that reality's been shattered, now that we learn we're in a matrix, now that we know this is of our own making, now that that reality is gone and this plane is crashing, are you going to put the air mask on and say, okay, I get it. What am I going to do with this knowledge? What is my soul ready to take on? Am I going to help others? Am I going to share the word? Am I going to spread it? Am I going to give knowledge, love, support? Am I going to take care of myself first so I can give them all of that? Or am I going to sit here and just cry and suffer and my hands are tied? You know, the choice is yours. This is where the prosperity and the fresh start reside, is in your mind, in your pineal gland, in your manifestation. What is your life going to be? Now, in the past here, you've really suffered. The dark night of the soul is probably the biggest message coming out today for the divine feminine, which is just true, honest to goodness, pain and suffering, even health issues. And it's just been really hard, physically trying, mentally, emotionally overwhelming. And for many of you, financially, a ditch. You know, it's just been very difficult. And the message is, it's over. We have something to be glad about. We have something to celebrate. Good news is here. 3 of Cups, celebrations, a bright happiness, a new beginning. This is a rebirth. We are now coming out of our little matrix cocoon. We're coming out of our gloom and doom mentality. We're coming out of the sadness that we couldn't have what we wanted. We didn't get what we asked for. Does that happen? If we're our own creators, is it possible that we just don't get what we ask for? Yeah. Because in the subconscious, there's some part of us that say we don't deserve it. Or they don't really love us. They don't really want us, actually. Believe me, there is some part of your subconscious reality that literally tells you in the back of your head, nope, it's not going to be yours. And it doesn't matter how much you say it in your daily affirmations. Because if your subconscious doesn't believe it, it's not so. It's not a reality. It's not part of the walls of the matrix. And it won't show up. He won't show up. She won't show up. He won't text you back or call you or give you the confirmation you want. She won't show up at your doorstep and tell you what you want to hear. Because it's not part of your matrix. The matrix needs structure. And the structure of your matrix is your beliefs. And I like to think of it, I don't know if you guys got a chance to get out of the house lately since recently and go see Inside Out 2. But I took my kids and it's a wonderful movie. I highly recommend it. But there's, and spoiler alert, you've probably already seen it in the previews, but there's a part in that movie where there's like a river of subconscious beliefs. And in the mind, in the brain, her little memories start floating into this little river of the subconscious. And those beliefs, those thoughts in the river of subconscious become what they call her belief system. And her belief system makes her. That kind of builds the person she is her beliefs. So you're just going to have to think of it in that sense, that there is a river of subconscious in your brain, the hub of your existence. It's called Inside Out. There's part 1 and part 2 now. But there's this river of subconscious, and you don't always have control over what little thoughts and ideas and memories flow into your river and create these beliefs, these you parts of you and your matrix, your walls, your structures, and the skeleton of who you are. And so you're going to have to do some deep diving, and this is when hypnosis really comes into play. Deep subconscious healing, which is led by shamanic drums or rhythmic dance, deep introspective hermit journey thought, humming, mantras. Okay? These things are going to vibrate down to all of you in the subconscious and clear out, or at least address, some of the issues about your subconscious that creates your matrix. This may go back 30 years for some of you. This may go back 5 years. Heck, for some of you, it could go back 50 years. But there are parts of your belief systems that started at a very young age, and they just stuck around, and you don't even know why you feel you're not good enough, smart enough, pretty enough, good enough, cute enough, lovable enough. Okay, there are parts of you that are damaged, honestly. And you could try to, how do you say, well, not pretend, but portray that you are the most confident, good-looking, well put together individual. You're just like, oh yeah, I got this, honey. I'm a Gemini, or I'm a, Capricorn, or I'm a Sag, or I'm a Leo. I got this. I'm the light of the room. I am the highlight of everyone's occasion. I'm totally together. I'm shining bright. You could have that totally, confidence. But deep down, there's so many insecurities. And it really just affects you alone or at work, or it might affect you in relationships, like intimacy. It might affect you in confidence around friends, or in a room full of other coworkers. It's like those insecurities only affect you around certain people. Maybe it only affects you around your kids. Maybe you are a go-getter at work and in friendship circles, but you feel like no one around your kids. It could be, who knows what your situation is. You might feel like you are the man in the room or the woman in the room. Here on the chat, you may be like, oh, I've got it together. I've got this plan and that plan, and my life is going great, and I just advise others. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a therapist, or I'm a psychologist, or I'm just a retiree that, has it all together, and I've been there, done that, lived my life. I'm just here to, it's entertaining. You may have it all together here or around certain people, but then you don't have it all together around your significant other. Perhaps when she or he enters the room, you shrink. You are not any longer the big man or the big woman on campus. It's like that insecurity. It just gets you, and you're just like, whoa, look at that person shrink. They're so big in the corporate world, but at home, they shrink. And I was just thinking about that. That girl on that fashion movie, Glenn Close, I think was her name. No, it starts with an M. It's a Meryl Streep. She was like the fashionista of Vogue, and like the whole fashion world knew her, and she was so popular and beautiful and famous and talented and rich, really rich. And people just shrunk at her feet at work. and on TV and like public places. But when she got home to her husband, she was no one. She shrunk to just a woman, just a wife, just a mother, just a little girl. She just shrunk. And she was not this big, important woman at home. She was just mom, or she was just the partner. She was not this big everything. And, at the end of the movie, she was just like, you know what? It took me forever to realize he doesn't love me. He doesn't love me. He doesn't even like me. How could I think he could love me? He doesn't even like me. And that's just a movie, of course, but think about where it goes down to her beliefs in the character, not real life, just the character. Her beliefs of not being a good person, not likable. She's not kind, she's not likable, and she's not lovable, and she's not patient, and she's not perfect enough, and she's not young enough, and she's not pretty enough. And it goes even deeper as you peel through the layers, where the character that Meryl Streep plays, she's just not enough. She has to keep striving to be more. And perhaps the character had her mother do that to her, or perhaps she did it to herself. She just kept building and building and building and growing, and anxiety overtook her to where she just had to be bigger than life. But there was that belief built up on all that, which was I wasn't enough. And at the end of the day, in her matrix, her own husband didn't even like her. You see, she manifested that because that was her closest inner circle. Her children, her husband, and her home. Behind those four walls, the closest people to you, that's where your true sense of self comes out. That's where you can be vulnerable and know the truth that sits there. And that could be your children that maybe don't even know that you have these insecurities, but you do. Your animals, maybe they're the only ones that know. Like I said, you could be bigger than life here on chat, but you could be very small in your relationship, and vice versa. You could be bigger than life in your relationship and very small in the world. I don't really know where your strengths and weaknesses lie, but doing the reading for the Divine Feminine today, it's remembering your power, remembering that you are the creator of your matrix, and that your subconscious plays a part, and those little seeds need to be nurtured and guided and healed and loved. And you are a very, very powerful, as the cards will say, creator. And you as the feminine and the Empress absolutely have the ability to go deep inside your heart of hearts and deep inside your subconscious and pay attention to those stupid inner beliefs whenever they were born, where you can pluck them out of your head and no longer give it the authority or the power to create your matrix. And that belief system is going to start creating your body, your beauty, your confidence, your wealth, your opportunities. That little belief is the seed that makes everything grow. What weeds do you need to go inside and pluck out so you could tend to your seeds that are trying their best to create the matrix you really want? And I know it's with your masculine, and I know it's abundant, rich even. I know it. And I know there in that matrix, you are beautiful or handsome and attractive, and your divine masculine partner can't keep their hands to themselves. And I know in that matrix, you are the star of the show. And I know in that matrix, you have everything you need and want. And I know in that matrix, that everybody that's in your life, they are tended to and cared for, and life is prosperous because you are thriving, because you're breathing, because you're feeding yourself, and you're plucking out those weeds. And again, go back to the plane scenario and put the mask on your own face and stop feeling guilty that you need to do that. Do not feel bad. Oh my God, I'm a bad person. I got to put the mask on my mouth, not this person next to me, or my child, or my husband, or my wife, or my mother, or my grandmother. All the guilt. I got to put the mask on her. No, they need you. You're correct. They need you. Therefore, you need to put the mask on yourself. What does that mean, Steph? What do you mean by I need to put the mask on me? What are you literally trying to tell me in flat out just words? What does that mean, put the mask on myself? It means utilize your schedule. It's important. You are not going to be reachable at every text, phone call, Skype, or email. Sorry, not available. I am only available between this time, and that's if I answer. You do not have to respond to everybody. There are some people that are just not going to get a text back, or they're just not going to get an email reply. And they're going to have to deal with that letdown because you need to take care of you and live your life so you could what? Be there for other people that are important to you, that need you, that you're here for. You don't have time to answer to everyone's beck and call, every pull on your dress, every tug, every yelp, every call, every hello, I need you. You're wearing yourself thin. So step number 1, you are not always available. You have to respect the hours of which you are available and know that you are only available every day a certain amount of time for only a certain amount of people. And that's it. Because if you overdo it, if you extend yourself anymore, you're not good to the people that need you. If you answer all those calls, all those emails, if you do everything the kids and the family members ask you to do, you're not fed, you're not rested, you're not taking care of your health or your hygiene or your rest or your mental health. And before you know it, you are running around on on energy drinks or coffee, or you're just a grouch, you're a nervous wreck, you're irritable and impatient, and maybe even rude. And you waltz through your life overdone, overused, overwhelmed. And the only person you can blame is you. And that's getting your power back. That's true. It's not everyone that's pulling me around. That's not their fault. It is me allowing all of them to have access to me. You are a precious commodity, and not everyone is going to have access to you. You are the king and the queen in your story, and only certain people have access. You have the rule book. You say who, you say when, you say how much. Yep, you are the pretty woman, okay? You say it. And if people have a problem, if they have a complaint, if they have a qualm, then they need to take it up with themselves, because that's a whole nother issue that we're not talking about today. I'm not saying you have to ignore people permanently. I'm saying people have a slot of time in your life, a slot, and they can fill that slot, and that's it. That's the slot that they have. They don't get more or less. If you choose to give someone more, you're taking away from yourself and someone else that you've already chosen to give time to. So that's up to you. That's your own sacrifices. But is it selfish to be available till, say, 8 p.m.? And then you turn your phone off on focus? and you say, that's the time I'm spending with my family, or that's the time I'm spending with myself. Is it selfish to say between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m., I am in the bath with wine and I will not be bothered? My phone is on airplane mode or focus. I will not answer phone calls or emails or texts. I won't be accessible on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. No, that's self-respect. Young people allow themselves to be walked all over. Young people leave their Snapchat on. They leave their chats open. They're involved in other people's conversations they're not even a part of. They're constantly on. They're constantly answering phone calls, text messages, responses, back and forths, questions, and you wonder why they're so irritable. I worry the most about teens because they have the most access. They allow people with the most access to their lives, and they're not giving themselves rest, respect. They don't have a retreat. And you as an adult, you need to allow yourself that retreat because that's important. That's you putting the mask on, okay? So make sure that you have you time. Don't think of it as selfish. Oh, I'm being a selfish mom. I'm in the bath for an hour. Oh, I'm being a selfish wife or husband. I'm staying away from them every day for this amount of time. Oh, I'm being selfish because I couldn't cook dinner tonight because I was running late at the meeting and then I had to come home and now I'm respecting my me time and they have to eat out. No, don't have guilt. That's your time. It is what it is. Days come and go. They're up and down. They're, crazy. You just have to be able to honor yourself. When you start choosing you and respecting yourself and your body, then your partner, he's going to start respecting you too. Your kids, your family members, they're going to respect you. You'll notice a shift and a change in the people around you because they're like, wow, she or he really respects themselves. I want to be respected. I want to respect myself. That's very encouraging. Now you can start putting the air on everybody else's face, the air mask. Now everyone's going to be reaching for their oxygen tank themselves because you inspired them. So that's part of it. Self-love, self-care, self-respect, But it's also looking out after you hygienically. Putting your mask on is making sure you eat the good things that you want to eat and drink, that you're brushing your teeth, that you're basically taking care of and maintaining your body because that is your vessel. That's literally carrying your soul around. It's important. And to take that time for the dentist, the doctors, the gym, or the walk, or the relaxation, or the massage, or the facial, or the hair care, that's important. So that's part of it. Also your vehicle, maintaining it, making sure it looks good, that you like driving it, that it's got good tires and oil and windshield wipers that work, gas, it's vacuumed. It's the little things. Those are part of, I got to put my mask on. I got to put it on. You can't run yourself ragged to where your car looks and smells like crap because you're just go, 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 go all the time, eating in the car, in and out of the car, shoving things in your car, taking things out of your car. You're not taking care of your vehicle. You're not taking care of yourself. It's you definitely not putting on the mask, the air mask. This is how you live an abundant life. This is what rich people do. They do that. They make sure those things are taken care of. They slow down. They're not rushed because they know their time is important. You have to start valuing your time, and your time will feel precious and valuable. And there's going to be more opportunities to give you the ability to value your time. If you tell the universe, listen, hey, my body's important, my car's really important, my soul's important, my mental health is important, that's a must. Then jobs that steal that time away from you are going to disappear, and careers that fulfill you and give you the ability to take care of that, those opportunities start knocking. When you start respecting your body and yourself, people, friends, lovers, family members that are kind and good and fulfilling for you, they start showing up. And the robbers, the thieves that steal your energy, those vampires, those crooks, those evildoers, they start dropping off. It's amazing that you actually have the power in your own matrix to create those experiences, that you actually have the ability and the power to create the job you want, the friends you want, the lover you want, the body you want. It's actually up to you. It's shocking to know, oh my God, I really do. It's not, you don't have to be born into a family like that. You don't have to be so lucky that you just get to meet a divine masculine like that. It's not just luck or a hand of the draw. You know, I actually get to have a say in this. And so that's really, really important. And you should remember that for life. That's important. Super important. It's a gift. And Spirit's saying life is a gift. Maybe you only get one shot at this life. Maybe you do get a few incarnations. You're not really ever going to know. Those are thoughts, those are theories, but you don't really know. If this is the only shot you have, make the most of it. If this is the only body you're ever going to have, make the most of it. This is it. Choices are your powerful weapon. And this right here, crossroads, to me is saying choose wisely. Choose wisely. Don't compromise. Don't compromise your beliefs. Don't compromise your needs, your wants. They're important. Your feelings are valid. Your needs are important. You are very important. And you are the ruler and the creator of your matrix. It is not that you are a victim of circumstance and you are a victim of who you end up with. Think about the people that are being abused. Steph, I'm in an abusive relationship. He takes advantage of me sexually. He beats me. He puts me down emotionally. I hate going home. I have to sneak around on my phone, you know, to even watch your videos, or, you know, I can't even go out with friends, and I've been thinking about a getaway, you know. Who's creating this? Is it really up to him whether you get to go or not, who you get to speak to, where you know, why would this person leave it up to him? Well, Steph, because he has control over my finances. I can't move out. Well, don't you have any friends? No, I don't have any friends. I grew up broke and poor, or I have this circumstance and that. I don't have any friends. Or this person has scared away all my friends. Again, you're giving power and control to this person, or to your parents, or to other people. Okay, so now you have no money. Now you have no friends. Now you're abused. Now you have no way out. Do you really think that person is that helpless? If you were to ask that person, do you ever get a chance to get away? Do you ever get a chance to talk to anybody? A police officer, a stranger? Well, yeah, I do. I work at this building, or I go to these meetings, or I have these groups, or I'm allowed to go look for jobs every day, or, he goes to work every day, so I do have 8 hours a day free. Oh, so you have opportunity. Yeah. But what are you doing with it? I don't know. That's the lack of power. That is truly someone who has given away all their power, and they are just a victim. They do not get to decide whether they live or breathe. They don't get to decide whether they eat or starve. They don't get to decide whether they rest or have to be awake. They don't get to decide if they want to open up their body or they don't. They don't get to decide. You see, they've given away their power, and it starts with a belief. And maybe early in childhood, that person handed over their power to their mother or their family and said, here's my life, take it. I don't have any authority over my name, my livelihood, my information. I don't have any power. You have it all. And see, it's a belief. And then it carries into the next relationship. Now they have the power. And then it carries into government or other authorities. Now they have power. And it's like everyone's got power but that person. And that's the belief. That's the seed. See, as soon as that person believes, wait a minute, I have the power. You don't touch me. You don't tell me what to do. You don't say this. You don't say that. I get what I want when I need it. When that person decides they have the power, they will get up and do whatever it takes. They will take classes for 2 hours a day hidden as that person's at work to get self-defense classes or to educate themselves or to graduate or to get a second job or another job and put away money. You see, there was a movie called Sleeping with the Enemy, and this girl was married to an abusive person, and it was Julia Roberts in the movie, and she was truly abused, couldn't leave. She was financially and emotionally and mentally, controlled by this guy. She decided to do the one thing she was scared of, which was swim. She couldn't swim. She took swim classes while she said she was at work, and she saved up some money and said she worked at a library for part-time, and she saved up very little money, but over a period of a year or 2 years, she saved up enough to escape and leave and start somewhere else. And she never used his money. She didn't take anything with her. She threw her ring in the toilet. She planted the idea that she died in the ocean during a tragic boat accident, made him believe he lost his wife. So he had a mini funeral, and she escaped, and she changed her looks, her name. She got away and she started her life. But see, that's because she got her power. And it started with, I'm going to go get a job. He didn't want her to work, but she said, I want to do that for me. And she did what she had to do. She convinced him that she needed to have a little job just for her to make her pass the time like a hobby. And then she snuck her own power to go take that swim class. She sneaked it. And, she got her power back. And she did have to fight him again later on, Five of Wands. But this time she had help. She had partnerships and alliances. She had a new boyfriend at the time that helped fight this guy off. And she got away, and her monster in her story was gone. But the biggest monster in her story was that she wasn't enough, that she wasn't brave enough, strong enough, good enough to get away from that. But she was. And when she discovered her own power, she became someone else. And that's the fresh start and the new beginning. So for a lot of you feminines, there may be this feeling of, I don't know who I've been, but I know who I want to be. And this is that little seed. And you're going to have to water who you want to be. You as the divine feminine, you don't want to be the same person you've been. You don't want to experience the same toxic relationship you've been in. You don't want to experience the same financial hurdles you've been struggling with. You don't want to experience the same body that you've been stuck in that's not doing you right or that's betraying you. You don't want to experience it. So this is the seed. And this is when you're going to tell yourself, I don't care how old I am. I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. I don't care what I've been through. I'm going to be the most successful entrepreneur I know. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to overcome this hurdle. That is a new belief. And just like Riley in the movie Inside Out 2, she becomes a new person. Well, she hits puberty and she becomes a new person. But you guys have a spiritual puberty too. And you're going to hit your spiritual puberty no matter how old you are. And you're going to become a whole brand new, shiny, spanking brand new divine feminine. And you're no longer going to be who this guy thought you were, or these parents thought you were, or your friends and family or children have seen you be. It's not going to be you anymore. And boy, are they going to be surprised that you're not going to sit around and compromise with narcissists or abusers or users or losers anymore. Boy, are they going to be surprised that you found your power. And you're not going to tolerate somebody who wants physical sex or physical intimacy, but no spiritual connection, no mental intimacy. You're not going to tolerate it anymore. Your masculine is going to see a new side of you that's like, nope, I'm not going to compromise my body with my spirituality again. Okay? So let's take a look at what's to come with your relationship at least. Let's see what's going on there. We have trials of love and lessons. This is something to do with your relationship. You guys have been through it. You've been through it with your masculine. What's to come, Spirit? A blessing in disguise, little egg, little fresh start, little new beginning. Okay. Something good is coming your way, feminine. No need to fear. Party of one. So it's a newfound independence is what I'm feeling. Independence up in smoke. This is taking your own self seriously. Look how she's breathing in that smoke so confidently, so independently. It's giving independence and confidence. You're finding yourself. You're finding your confidence and your sensuality and your sexuality and your power. Round and round, plenty of fish in the sea. I like that. You're going to find yourself again. You're going to get back to yourself. And you're going to go out there and look for more. This is what the future holds with you and your divine masculine. So you are going to tell your masculine, kick rocks. Thanks for all the lessons. I'm looking for more. You don't cut it. You don't cut the cake. You're not everything I want. You're not everything I need. You're not the only thing in the world that I'm attracted to. You are not it. The stars are going to align. Your partner is going to hate you being so distant, but you found your integrity and you're pulling away from the relationship and you're putting your heart on lockdown, and your masculine's going to realize, I need to step up my game because she or he is not going to put up with the old footage. They're not going to put up with my old ways. They're not going to tolerate this anymore. The feminine has standards and boundaries and will not tolerate lip service, promises, or BS. My divine feminine's going to have a guarded cactus heart. And you know what? My feminine no longer has eyes for me. Ooh, you're going to lose interest. Your masculine has turned you off. I'm sorry, but this is my prediction. This is my reading. The strongest zodiac signs for the feminine that I'm picking up on is Leo, and Cancerian and Taurus. Some Gemini as well. But that's who I'm picking up on. You guys are not interested. I don't know. You're just not attracted to the insensitivity and the lack of intimacy with your partner. That's what I'm seeing. That is the prediction. They are going to come after you. We have round and round, and we have old footage. Yes, your masculine's going to come knocking back at your door. What happened to the feminine? Okay? What is your masculine going to say at that point as you have pulled away? What will be said in the future as you find your independence and, well, you start looking around for other men or other women? You're just, you've lost interest. Your masculine's going to say, why are you holding back from me? Why are you resisting me? Why are you creating a blockage between us? Your masculine's going to come off very childish and say, you know, you're being childish, ignoring me. They might reach out to your mom or your dad or your children, like trying to get to you, okay? I do get the feeling they are going to reach out like a childish way to your friends and family and like, hey, can you talk to her for me? Or can you talk to him for me? Can you tell me what's going on? They've been distant. I don't know. They're going to come and say, listen, the grass isn't greener on the other side. You know, they're going to start coming in and saying, hey, feminine, you know, my life's not so happy. Something's wrong with my work. Something's wrong with my relationships. Something's wrong in my family. Something's wrong with my kids or my parents, or, you know, they're going to hit you with the family card, make you feel guilty. Why? Because that's what usually works. They're going to be like, oh, I know my feminine really cares about me, so all I have to say is I'm going through some rough times and my feminine's going to be there. I think it's going to be very different this time around. What are you going to be telling your masculine at the time when they start trying to, you know, reel you back in with their pity party? What is your response going to be? We have Tin Cup, fulfilling work. You're going to say, I'm really busy. I really don't have time for a lot of this anymore. I'm very, very, very busy. Okay. I have a lot going on. So you're just going to tell this person, I'm sorry, I'm distant. You know, I'm working a lot. I'm doing a lot of other things. Cardinal messages from spirit. You're going to say, you know, pray about it. Simple, pray about it. Talk to God, talk to spirit, get spiritual, like go soul search. You know, the answers will be there. You're going to kind of push them away and they're not going to have a lot of progress with you. This is putting the cart before the horse, slow progress. They're not going to make a lot of progress with you. And you're going to be like, listen, your pity party is not going to work. I found myself. I rediscovered myself. You're also going to become much more attractive. This gives you a lot more options in the dating world. So yeah, once you're going to be looking better than you've ever looked, feeling better than you've ever felt, and just literally creating your own matrix, your attraction level is going to go up a huge notch. They're going to notice it and they're going to realize their old tricks, their old ways, their old manipulation. It's not going to cut it. You're going to tell them you found something very important, which is yourself. You're not going to go back to that girl or that boy that was helplessly devoted and helplessly in love. You're not. You found that you're important and you're going to be hopelessly devoted to you at this point. You're going to give them the cow skull abrupt ending and just say, you know, it's a dead end here. Like, this isn't working. The best thing I can say and what I predict is they're going to have to find a new way. They're going to have to reinvent themselves. They're going to have to reinvent the will, if you will. They're going to have to find themselves to come to you. They're going to have to find a come to Jesus moment. They're going to have to reinvent themselves and have a fresh new start and reattract you, because their old ways are not going to attract you back. This is that fresh start. Okay, look at this. You're looking in the mirror and you're just mirroring. You're like, God, this is me. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I'm the one creating the matrix. I found my power back. And you're going to start purging. Okay, you're just like, I'm done. I'm purging. It's over. Under prosperity begins is the throat chakra, living your truth, speaking your truth. Then we have the crown, which is beautiful, awakened, totally awake. You see you're the master of your universe. You are the powerful creator. And this is where you pull away. Hermit mode, solitude. And you're just like, bye. I got to get to work. I'm going to do my inner journey. I'm going to do myself. This is all about me now. This is about my skin, my body, my heart, my health, my mind, my vitality, my life force, my soul. The mountains are behind you. You came a long way to get here, and here you are. Here you are, finding the ultimate balance. We have justice again. Libra has a strong presence in your reading, and it's like, finally, I've achieved the balance I seek. It took you so long to get here, didn't it? But you're here. Third eye. Look at all these chakras. Just opening, chakra, 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 open, 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 like total awakened and balanced. Oh, you're like, God, I couldn't be happier by myself. This is great. Sometimes they say, you know, once you find something good, you're not going to go back. So, I don't know. It's slim pickings for this guy or this girl, whoever this is, slim pickings, because you're purging. You've rediscovered yourself. Wow, okay. So what is in the cards for your future? For this guy, you know, this girl, this divine masculine. What does Spirit say? Like, what is the essence? Spirit, come on. Let's just at least see what's going on for love, for the divine feminine. All right, feminine, you got a message for you. Well, your person is thinking about you even right now in this very moment. And your love fills them with light. They love you, okay? The other one is this. And it says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. God, this is freedom. It's really freedom, God. Really, just sit back and imagine all these stupid thoughts that you're fat, you're overweight, you're stressed. It's a time crunch. You don't have enough. You can't do it. It's this, it's that. You know, imagine all of that just disappearing. All right. And then you get this joyful happiness, this come to yourself. Look at this. There's the Empress. I love it. Delays will prove necessary, but you get to be you. You get to have your divine feminine, I'm here, I'm whole, I'm powerful energy. And you find balance. It's not easy, but you can be who you need to be, even in this world. You're learning to participate in the matrix, but also be a creator. I think that's what I'm feeling. So let's see what the oracle cards have to say. What is the ultimate oracle for the divine feminine? Wow, you got the energy of receive. Okay, it is what it is. You have magic. And make a wish, feminine. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. The unicorns and fairies have come together to remind the feminine of your connection with magical beings, magical things, spiritual things. They invite you to ask for their combined support. There is a situation in your life, and you need an extra dash of fairy dust right now. A little fairy dust. And unicorn light to help you resolve these issues very quickly. Perhaps you've become lost in the outer world of logic. You need to remember the power of magic and that miracles come from within you, not outside. This is a joyful invitation to believe in magic and to make a wish, because it's what's surrounding you at this time. You have to believe that it is, and it will be so. Believe now and always. There are many gifts waiting to come into your life right now, especially with that fresh start in the Ace of Pentacles. But any guilt, any shame, any unworthiness in your belief system is going to be the force field in your matrix to stop and repel the prosperity that's trying to give birth. Yes, it is good to practice positivity and gratitude, but don't forget to send out your desires to the universe. Say those affirmations. Those are tools. And there are other tools that you can utilize to believe that you deserve what you're asking for and what you want. The enchantress and her unicorn hold up this crystal sphere containing all your heart's desires. Listen, I don't care if you get a text from him or her tonight and they hit you back with some sarcastic BS, disrespect, low class, half-ass, BS response, or phone call, or ignoring whatever you're dealing with. No. This is where you go inside yourself and go, oh, hold on a minute. Whoa, am I actually tolerating this? No, you do not get to talk to me like that. You don't get to respond to me like that. You don't get to treat me like that and still get me. You don't get me like that. I am worthy of more. I am worthy of you treating me with respect and love and loyalty and passion. I am worthy of that. Oh, yeah. And more. And more. I am worthy of you giving to me what I want. I am worthy. And the way you're acting and what you're doing and what you're saying, very unattractive. That doesn't work for me. I don't want that. I don't need that. You're not attractive. No, you're very disrespectful. You're very rude. You're very insignificant right now. You're very unattractive. Total turn off. You know? No. And see, that's the place where you're going to get. Either now or in the future, but in this reading, it's like you're going to get to that place as the Empress. You're like, whoa, who do you think you are, Five of Wandsing me when I'm the Strength card? Who do you, no. And the Strength card is block. And so we do have that guarded cactus heart. We do have that, I'm going to control my emotions. I'm not going to let you have them. You don't get my affections. You don't get my body. You don't get my responses with that kind of level of disrespect. And even if it's not an intimate relationship that we're talking about today, perhaps it's a connection with your mom or a brother-in-law or a sister-in-law or a best friend or a coworker, whatever. No, this is very unattractive. You don't get to just treat me like that. I am worth more. I am this, I am that, I am valuable, I'm worthy, I'm kind, I'm deserving. Like, I don't deserve that, and that's not okay. It's not all right. Either way, this is where you stand up for yourself and you start receiving. And I just want you to take this one thing from this reading. I want you to take something good, okay? So get a little bit closer over here. I want you to take the energy of receiving home tonight. I want you to take love and attention and money and respect and healing and admiration and attraction. I want you to take it home with you. I want you to keep it with you. Just take it from this reading. You're worthy of it. You deserve it. Take it with you. That's what you're going to get. That's what's coming for you. You are going to get your fresh start. All right? You are getting your prosperity, your abundance. It's coming. That seed you planted for more money, it's coming. That seed you planted for a respectful lover, an attractive, kind, good, loving, loyal lover, coming. It could be your person manifested into another energy. It could be your person doing a 180, or it could be someone new. It doesn't really matter. But the fact is, you get new energy. Thank God energy is fluid. And thank God humans are energy. So we are fluid. We can all change. Thank God for that. But you're not going to ever be in this crappy situation, okay? So I want you to just take that with you from this reading. All right? Because you deserve it. It's yours. And I hope you go out there and you discover the power in yourself. I do. I hope you get off this reading. You're just like, oh my God, I am so worthy. What have I been thinking? What have I been doing? What the heck, what the hell have I been doing? Okay? Because what in the heck? How did I ever think that was enough? When did I get to that place that I thought I wasn't enough? When? Was I 5? Was I 50? What? When? And I want you to just look in the mirror and just be like, holy crap, let's find ourselves again. We are on a journey to find ourselves again. Yes. And we're going to find the Empress within. And the Empress ain't taking no crap. Okay? So anyways, I don't know. That's the end of this reading. Whatever this little reading was, okay? Whatever this reading was for the feminines, we needed to hear it. And I love you guys. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you like the video, and I hope you come back again to watch another one. And you're worth it. Just, I want you to know. You are. You're worth it. I'm not just saying it. It's not some cliche end of the video saying. You really are worth it. You're super divine. I just hope you find that again. Okay? Anyways, I love you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry I've been gone. I'm trying to get back on track. You have no idea what I've been going through. Like, sometimes I don't even know what I've been going through. I've been losing my mind with all kinds of things in my life lately. I've been very, very busy. And I've been more busy in my life than I've ever been in my whole life. I'm more busy now than I was with two tiny children in diapers. I'm just like so busy. But I'm getting my way out of that, and I know it's just it's a climax. I'm reaching a point where I'm going to be reborn into something in this industry. It's big, and I feel it. Something big is going to happen, and right now I'm doing the legwork. I'm getting prepared with the business, taking care of names, taking care of orders, taking care of financials, taking care of orderly things. And I know it's like, why? Because I'm going to catapult. And what Spirit's been telling me, anyone that's ever done me dirty, anyone that's ever had a bad word against me or a bad thought, they're going to be sorry. They're going to eat their words because I'm going to be so big. I'm going to be so known. I'm going to be so out there that all this is going to be just a little piece of the past. And I want you guys to know, for all of you guys that have been following me from the beginning, I'll always remember you. It doesn't matter how big I get. I'll always remember you. You'll always be important. And the names that I know by heart now, I will always know by heart. And you can always come to me. But you're going to be surprised. There's some big things in the works for JKS. Big things in the works. And I'm meant for so much more, and this is just the beginning. So, excuse my absence and tardiness, but we're getting on top of it, and everyone's going to be taken care of in order. And as you guys know, I always give you above and beyond what you've ever paid for. That's part of the deal. So thank you so much for finding me, and I love you guys. This is real. This is a real channel. This is a real reading. We're really tapping into the universe here. And thank you for being a part of it. And I would be nothing without you. And thank you for watching me and being here. And I hope that the universe gives me something great so I can give you something great. So, anyways, I love you guys. Keep putting your masks on. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, this is a journey, not a destination. So you just keep swimming. If you're looking for a personal or private reading from me, my website's listed below, jks1111.com. I will be doing questions tomorrow morning. I'm going to have my coffee and do questions. If anybody has questions, and maybe you can't make it Colorado time in the morning, post them tonight in the comments. Or just go ahead and pay through Cash App now. But I am going to be doing them tomorrow. So if you have any, they're $15 a question. You get one card in the bottom of the deck for free. And if you want more than that, you can just pay more and more and more, okay? And just get more and more cards. If you pay over 100, I'll give you a full-fledged massive reading. So it's just whatever you want. But that being said, tomorrow morning we'll be doing a Divine Masculine reading. I would like to keep it at about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to be answering questions. So, anyways, feminines, I love you. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, members, they're free. You know this. So all my members getting the free 1111 oracles tomorrow. So if you are a member and you're on my list, I already know your name. I have you, your page, you're covered. Your reading will be done. And I will have your names listed in the timestamps. Okay? So I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye, Mama Sabrina and your little rascals. I love you. Bye, guys. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye, Christina. Bye, sweetheart. Bye, Lovesy. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your comments. You guys are all so welcome. Bye, Raquel. I love you. You're sweetheart. Bye, Eat Me. Bye, Markers. I love you so much, Markers. You know that. Bye, Angie. You better start the reading back at the beginning if you missed it.